What if I told you there is a natural way to get most of your animals to come on heat at the same time without using any hormones? It is called natural synchronization, and when done right, it can save you time, improve conception rates, and make herd management way easier. In this video, we'll show you how it works, why it matters, and how you can use this simple technique to boost productivity on your farm naturally. Enjoy this video and make sure you have subscribed to the Farming in Africa YouTube channel as we do this journey together.
Come along with me since I'm in the farm for us to really talk about what does this natural synchronization means. So let's take a look at these goats that we have here in our pen B. So all these goats here are breeding goats, right? So they are lying down because they just came out from grazing. They are full, they are just chilling here. But what are we trying to do? Let me take a step back again and explain how realistically it is on the ground. So you are a farmer, you go to the market and you buy your goats. You bring them in. Now, mostly when you go to market and you buy livestock, whether it being goats, cows, sheep or whatever, because normally they are doing random grazing, they probably have been crossed, because the moment they give birth, then the following month they are being crossed again. So the owner might not even know that these goats are crossed. So you will bring your goats in and you will have one giving birth maybe after 4 months. You will have one giving birth after 5 months. When this happens, you as the owner of the goat or the new farmer, because your goat gave birth after 5 months and one gave birth 6 months, some gave birth 3 months, the moment they give birth, the male crossed them again. Right, so you continue having goats giving birth at different months. Sometimes you don't even know which month, right, that your goat is going to give birth. So when that happens, you're naturally not synchronizing your goats together, right? So in order to achieve this natural synchronization and breeding program that I'm preaching about, number one, first step you need to do is to always take your male out. So let me walk you through in case I just go out and buy goats. So if I'm a farmer and I go to whatever market or I come to this farm and I buy female goats, the first thing I need to do is to give those female goats 5 months. Any goat that has been crossed is going to give birth after 5 months. If none of those goats give birth after 5 months, then it tells me that none of my goats that I bought were crossed. So that means I need to start a new program. What does that mean? That means that now I need to ask myself, when do I want these goats to give birth? Because you need to know the fundamentals, which is goats come on heat every month. And once they come on heat, it lasts for 24 to 48 hours. After that 24 to 48 hours, it goes away. The following month, they will come on heat again. In case you cross them, then it's going to take you about 154 days, which is about 5 months, for them to give birth. With this calculation in mind, now what you want to ask yourself is, what is the right time for the goats to give birth? I've done a lot of videos about the 3 reasons why your goats should give birth in the dry season and not in the rainy season. So if you haven't watched that video, please go into our playlist and watch it. Secondly, I've also done a video about how West Africans, we need to breed our goats to meet the right time. Again, that resource is available for you. But today I'm focusing on the natural synchronization. So now that you have all these metrics, come along, let's go into the pen. Now that you have all these metrics, the next thing you want to ask yourself is, okay, Fred, you said these goats come on heat different times in a month. I have kept my goats as a new farmer for 5 months, and after 5 months, I'm ready to breed these goats. How do I naturally synchronize them?
I was going through my TikTok, you know, the youth now is TikTok. It's TikTok we do it. And I had to Google on goat farm, and then the first search I had was on Farming in Africa. And then another friend also recommended Farming in Africa to me because he tried to start and then it failed. So he said, oh, I looked at these people, so you can also check them out. So I was always watching. So my advice is that as I'm doing, do same. I'm benefiting from it, so I also want you to benefit. So go to their YouTube channel, subscribe. You can have them on TikTok, LinkedIn, and Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you want to.
Wait, even if your goats gave birth within this 1 month, after they give birth, they will still come on heat if the birth was natural and they are not sick and so on, their body, they are healthy. What you want to do is, because the goats have been missing, right, the period at which they come on heat. So let's say they come on heat this month, you don't introduce a male, so they miss their period. Then they come on heat the following month, you don't introduce a male. You know, it's important. I know this is money and you want to cross them the moment they are ready, but if you're able to do it together, the cons or the good side of it outweigh you trying to breed them and they giving birth randomly, right? So the moment you know that, okay, I have a set of females and all these females are not crossed, they are not pregnant, what you do is now you pick your month which you want them to deliver. So you pick, let's say I'm doing breeding in September. That means I'm going to give myself 5 months, whether it be in February, March, for them to give birth. And that's the right time I want my goat to give birth. Now what you do is you start from the first and you introduce a male. So we are in our breeding season. So we breed twice a year. September, October is our breeding season. Any goat that doesn't give birth either 2 weeks or 3 weeks by the end of October doesn't join this breeding season. He has to move to the next breeding season, right? So all our goats here are being bred. So if you look at this pen, I have about maybe 30 goats, and this is the male that is crossing them. These are very short West African draft goats, so I'm not breeding them with a foreign goat. I'm breeding them with a very nice West African male draft. So what did I do? From the 1st of September, I introduced these goats. And at the moment, he's crossed about 90% of them within 15 days. Because these goats have been coming on heat and missing their period, the moment you introduce a male the following month, quickly their hormones start producing, so they will all quickly come on heat, and this male will service them. Sometimes within 1 week, it can service all of them, right? So all these goats, the first week that we put them in, you should have been here to see. He was following all of them, and you know, one male can actually cross about 34 females. So this month, I think we've given him about 30 females, and he's already done with them at the 15th. What does that mean? That means that so we are in September now, so October, November, December, January, February. What that means is February from 1st to 15th, I'm expecting all these goats here to start giving birth. What does that mean to me as a farmer? That means I can really prepare, right? February, how is my pen? What do I need? What feeding do I need to give them? And this, because they were bred at the same time, I can also basically feed them and medicate them at the same time with specific medications, right? Because if you're breeding them randomly, then you don't even know, right, which goat is pregnant and deserve this medicine or doesn't need this medicine. But when you breed them together, now when I need to give them a certain iron, I know that all the goats are going to give birth in the next 1 month, and I'm going to give them some iron, you know, or these minerals or whatever that I need to give to them, right? I know that we are breeding them this month, so this month and next month, no vaccination, no injection, because they are in their breeding stage, their babies are forming, right? So these are all the good things that comes with doing natural synchronization. So natural synchronization basically means that letting your goats pass their heat process and bringing all of them together, introducing a male, and the moment a male gets in there, they automatically recognize that there is a male in our midst, and they all come to heat at the same time, and the male is able to service them. By so doing, you the farmer, you get to plan better. You know, you're not tomorrow having to worry about, oh, somebody gave birth at night, I didn't know, you know, a goat gave birth whilst walking, I didn't know. All those things you're able to plan much better. So that is what it means. If you have any question, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and you're enjoying it, then go ahead and also subscribe to our channel. Let me know your comments and questions about what we are doing here, and I will see you in the next video.